Here we are, 1970 C10 project. This is my recent endeavor here for the summer anyways. Neat truck. I really wasn't looking for another older truck, but when I saw it and I saw the options it had, I just had to have it. Shined it up a little bit here, looking better. Maybe original paint. If not, it's been on there a long time. And I'm really here just to show you a couple things under the hood and some unique things that this truck has. As I've had a number of trucks like these through the years, but not ever one quite like this. It actually came with the original pre-delivery inspection PDI form, dated back here in 1970. It was sold locally here in Colorado, just up in Fort Morgan, and it has a factory tack, which is awesome, and it actually works really well. Steering wheel obviously has been changed. Prior owner told me it fell apart, and he recovered the seat to not correct fabric, but comfy and works pretty good. So that's going to stay. And on the outside you see 400. You're like, well, is that a big block or a small block? Because they made both. Well, this one's the big one, and some people might call that a rat motor, but well worth it when you're driving a truck like this. I enjoy the fact that it has that extra torque for towing. I used to have a race car, very similar setup. Mine was gold and white, and it was a 69, but 69 and 70 are almost the same truck. Very few minor differences there, mostly cosmetic, like the front grille, just little stuff there. So I don't know if this big block is original to the truck. I haven't ran the numbers, but it probably is. Somebody changed the air cleaner, and they put headers on it, but other than that, everything seems to be correct and intact. Power steering reservoir is remote mounted, which is a really good sign to see on the big block. This one even has cruise control too. That's rare. Factory AC is pretty rare, but having all this on one truck makes it really neat. So let's just take a closer look. You can even see, check this out, it's got the original insulation straps here that would have lived on the truck on both sides. Usually at the car wash, those disappear. This one has not. And if you look at the way the power steering is set up, it appears to all be correct. Somebody's changed this hose at one point. But other than that, we've got the remote res fluid is going to come into the pump here. You can see that hose with the little clamp on it there. That's the return line. And he's going to be coming back from the steering gear. He curves back down there, under there a little bit, and feeds the steering gear, which is really hard to see on this vehicle because the tubes come under that inner fender. And then your high pressure line, just like any other, is going to be the compression fitting here in the back. And then he's going to work his way over. He does a loop and is mounted there on the frame and comes up under there like so. A couple other things just to show you in case you're trying to clone a big block or get something that looks correct. You should have the brackets and the provisions that allow for the alternator to be mounted on the driver's side still. A lot of aftermarket brackets are going to maybe put some of that on the other side, and you can see why. Just like a small block truck would have had the reservoir all in one spot instead of moving it remote like that, but they just didn't have room with the big block, and the AC over here would be a problem too if you tried to convert that. So I'm not going to change a thing with that. I've got a little bit more to do under the hood, but more just making sure it's reliable and ready for the road. All right, hopefully I was able to show you the things that you might be looking for when you're shopping around for your C10. Let's take a look here with the hood closed as we finish the video. And so far it runs and drives pretty well, but just like any project car, they're never totally done. Hope you enjoyed today.